think to yourself, where are the places you go to take cover when you're in a pinch? You use them more often in games than you think when on defense, but probably not so much when you're on offense. Whatever team has control of these spaces typically have a stranglehold on the tide of the match, leaving defenders confused and stressed on how to get out of the situation. Hi there, I'm Custom, a competitive player and coach, and in this video I'll be going over bunkers and strongholds, what exactly they are, their characteristics, and how you can make the most out of them on both offense and defense. And without further ado, let's get going. Bunkers and strongholds are safer parts of a map where you can position, but are also difficult for your opponents to get control of as well without a lot of brute force. They serve as a place where you can either cut your opponents at choke points or along the objective line when they are in the middle of a push. They can also give you the ability to back up to another position, or poke with bombs if your opponents are able to get access to them. Common criteria as well for these places include having high ground and cover that you can easily access. Here are some examples of bunkers and strongholds on Manta Maria. Examples of these positions are circled in red, the objective line in blue, and choke points in green. Choke points, for those unfamiliar, are points on the map that are narrow and are dangerous to go across when defending teams have numbers up. This is because these areas have little to no cover and only have one access route that defenders can easily watch from different angles. There's a lot more to go over when it comes to choke points and how to play around them, but that should give you a relative idea. Since all maps are mirrored, your opponents will have the same positions to work with as well. Each spot, as you can see, has a sightline to either the objective line or a choke point on the map, and has space around to either paint for a special or back up entirely in order to readjust. A player would typically take these positions when the area around the objective is overwhelmed by the enemy team. These types of situations happen when a team fight is lost relative to the objective, or the opposing team uses a lot of their specials early in order to gain an advantage. Of course, as mentioned before, taking these spaces allows specials to be built and potential counter pushes to start if played correctly. This sort of idea can be taken into account when it comes to all 4 ranked modes and 18 stages Splatoon 3 has to offer as of the recording of this video. When on offense, taking an opponent's stronghold makes defending a whole lot harder for them, and pushing a whole lot easier for you. Holding these spaces are quite easy to do, as defending teams have very limited options and can be exploited in all 3. They can commit resources in forms of either players or specials, or ignore the player altogether. When defending teams commit resources of any kind, it takes away from the defensive strength towards the objective. And if they decide to leave the attacker alone, it gives them the opportunity to flank or pinch with their teammates, creating even more pressure. When keeping these things in mind, you play to what your opponents are doing as mentioned above. If there is no real challenge right off the bat, it would be a prime time to build a special of your own. Come to think of it, it's actually quite crazy to think that just one person at the right place at the right time can disrupt a whole defense without really needing to play super risky. Well, that about does it. Bunkers and strongholds are spots on the map that both teams desire to take based on all the advantages they have to offer when it comes to controlling space, defending, continuing pushes, and many more. I know it was a lot to cover in a short period of time, but if at least one person tries to incorporate this into their gameplay, I would call this project a success. I hope to bring more of these series videos soon, and would like to hear about what you would like covered on the channel in the comments below. If you're looking to learn more from me, I also do coaching on Mentify and live streams on Twitch, to which I will leave in the description below. With all that covered, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.